welcome to another Xavier BronxHalo Fernandez video. Go listen to my song Planet Meets if you haven't already. Enjoy my Discord server meeting below. And make sure to also hit that like and the subscribe button because it's very helpful. And also, before this video starts, I have an announcement to make. This channel now has a new series and two new series. And both of those series will be the Moderators Chronicles of BronxHalo, where I tell the tales of my motor racist travels on the app of Discord for the past 4 years. The tales of me trolling every single Discord moderator in sight. Many servers are talked about in this series. We talk about the good times with the moderators in this series. And along with that, we will be launching the Purple House Chronicles of Xavier Fernandez. I tell the tales of the funny things that have happened in school. The name Purple House comes from the floor all my classes on were in middle school. But I'll be talking about much more than middle school in those videos. I talk about every single grade I've been in. I feel like y'all think I'm like high or drunk right now, but I'm not. I don't know why. I don't know why this recording is definitely coming off like that. I can feel it from over here, and I cannot explain why. It's because this damn light's in my face. But something is wrong. My life really is cooked right now. This video is in the Moderacism series, along with the history of the O word. Since I talk about the worst day in motor racism history, February 4, 2022. I've already talked about February 4, 2022 on my comeback video, but today I'll be going more into depth on what happened that day, the impact it had on everybody. There's 4 main characters in this video. Xavier Fernandez, me over here. Elkanor, who I'll be using Alyssa Lindbergh to represent. Dennis, who I'll be using Tysef Santos to represent. And then there's a 4th character. The 4th character is my least favorite moderator of all time. There'll be a reason why, but to simplify it, it's because she's the only moderator capable of beating my ass. We'll get into it in a later video. I be having nightmares about this moderator every day. I can't say, hear, or read her name without having a fight or fight response. If you don't know who it is, her name is 4 letters that start with the letter K. Today I won't be using one of my 16 V's to represent her. I'll be using Paul George of the Los Angeles Clippers, who is also known as Jari Tupo in some universes. And this moderator will be called Jari Tupo in this video. These 4 people that I mentioned all have something in common. They all fell off in some way, shape, or form on February 4, 2022, all at the same time, 11:07 p.m. Some have come back from him, others have not. Let's discuss. Also, Jari Tupo didn't even really fall off this day. The only thing that happened is my perception on Jari Tupo changed. So let's start off with a little backstory first. February 4, 2021, not 2022, 2021 was arguably the best day in motor racism history, even though it really wasn't. On February 4, 2021, the iconic trio of Dennis, Xavier, and Boxgrave, not in this video, would overtake the server. Or take over the server. I think those got different meanings, but I don't know. We were so successful, and we had the server in a chokehold. Boxgrave would end up getting banned in December 2021, so me and Dennis were all alone together. But me and Dennis could do it for just 2. Me and Dennis actually did pretty decent in January 2022, but just the 2 of us was not enough. We need more help. What happened on January 22, 2022 is that Jari Tupo opened up the moderator applications to the public. I didn't think much of it when she did it. All I thought was, damn, we're going to have some fresh blood soon. The applications will finally close on January 30th, 2022. February 4th of 2022 will roll around. This was the day that I was excited for. It was a 1-year anniversary of the introduction to motor racism. I wasn't really active in chat that day, to be honest, but 11:07 p.m. February 4th, 2022 at 11:07 p.m. That was the exact moment. That was the exact moment. 2021 ended and 2022 started. That was the exact moment when Dennis, Elkanor, and Xavier would have the biggest fall-offs of all of their careers. Everything would change on this day, and nothing has returned to its full form, in my opinion. Some things recovered slightly and mainly, but like the cheerful energy, the cheerful, joyful energy that 2021 has brought to us was gone. The moderator madness was gone. It's a new era of life now. February 4, 2022, Jari Tupo announced the members who will now be promoted to trail moderators. Among these members, these 2 names would appear. Dennis, the inventor of motor racism himself, or the one who brought it onto M2IT, I guess, and Elkanor. Yeah, as soon as I heard this news, I dropped down to my knees in Walmart and started crying. How could Dennis betray my soul like this? Low-key, this is the biggest betrayal I had in my lifetime. Up to this point in July 28, 2022 at least. Elkanor hasn't contributed much to motor racism history, but she would also become a moderator too. This was very heartbreaking because Elkanor was a very not moderator person before she turned into a moderator. Wow. I don't know why I'm talking like this today. So I think proceed. Elkanor was a very awesome human before she turned into a moderator. I thought she would never do such a thing as become a moderator, but she did. Dennis and Elkanor were both artificial mofos, so I blocked both of them. Both of them are still blocked today and will never be unblocked because I religiously vowed to never unblock them. They cannot be forgiven for what they've done on February 4, 2022. And for Jari Tupo, Jari Mofo Tupo. Jari Tupo used to be my favorite moderator before all this went down. I was always a Jari Tupo dick rider in general chats. But after evil Adolf Hitler ass promoted Dennis and Elkanor to moderator, I just couldn't be a supporter of her anymore. After this day, I had no favorite moderator, and I still don't. I hate every moderator on this server, at least. Anyways, this day pissed me off so much that I removed 2 songs from Weller Mixtape. Those 2 songs were about the server. I removed a song named Liberty Bibbity Car Insurance. It was basically like a theme song to the server. And this server do not deserve the clout from a BronxHalo song, and they do not deserve to be in my discography. The song was fully written and fully produced. Here is a snippet of the song.
Xavier, Fernandez, I'm just spitting bars. Walked at the dealership, I just got me a brand new car. It's called the Name-O-Bill, I ride it like a superstar. I ride it where I want, till when I want, we go far. My name is BronxHalo, I'm the moderator hater. But shout out to Kari because she is my favorite. I still hate her though because I am motor racist. Invested in Liberty Bibbity Car Insurance.
Also removed a song named Kari Maybelline Wedding. The story of how that song almost existed is a crazy one, but Jari Tupo said that I could perform that song in VC after Jari and Maybelline had their wedding. But I never written it. I deleted the song before writing it. It was gonna use Westbrook Story's instrumental, which was sitting on my computer for a while, but then I scrapped it and I made Westbrook Story instead, which is one of my best songs. Westbrook Story Genius interview coming out like Sunday or something. When Dennis and Elkanor both became moderators, Sun and me changed. At that moment, I realized that in this mission in motor racism, or in this mission in life, nobody's on your side. It's all a solo mission. You can't put trust into nobody, and I ain't trusted a homie ever since. Not even my closest ones. After that, I became a King Wizard, a Rockstar Knight, and a Cosmic Warrior. All 3 of those. Those are Kid Cudi references, by the way. I've been a Rockstar Knight since like 2021, but that's when I took the title of King Wizard and Cosmic Warrior on. Although Maybelline tried to call me a Grand Wizard. If you don't know what that is, that means a KKK leader. And hey, if there was a KKK that focused on killing moderators, I'd gladly lead that, by the way. Anyway, so on the after hours of this event on February 5, 2022, I was in general chat being a bitch, like most of the time in February 2022. On my speakers, I was playing Man on the Moon 3. Man on the Moon 3 by Kid Cudi is what I consider to be the Motor Racist album. Back when MCYT was in his prime in winter 20 to 21, I was blasting this album every single day. When Motor Racism was introduced to MCYT in February 2021, track 3 of the album, She Knows This, was my most listened to song that month. And Pale Moonlight is also my superhero theme song. If I was a superhero, I would be fighting moderators mainly. Pale Moonlight would be my theme song, or Moderator Madness. Anyways, on February 5, 2022, I hop up into the general chat, and Dennis immediately started talking his shit. I notified him that he has been blocked for being a fraud-ass nigga, and I had a literal episode of the speech on how motor racism was a solo mission and how I had to do it all alone. I also told some other member that they were my favorite Dan because their name was Dan, and they were the real Dirty Dan because Dennis's name used to be Dan/Dirty Dan before he turned over to the dark side. Next, we have Elkanor over here immediately apologizing for what she did as if she didn't just murder a family of 7 brutally, begging for me to unblock her. This bitch has been on my dick since February, begging for me to unblock her. And she's still begging me to unblock her to this day. It's over. One very important rule I have in life to anybody who associates with me is do not talk while Man on the Moon 3 by Kid Cudi is playing. You can talk during any other album in existence, but not Man on the Moon 3. I was thinking I will fall in the void, just to avoid anything that could bring me down. In the general chat, and this girl Elkanor started getting up in my ear, talk about some unblock me, as if she didn't just shatter the hearts of me and millions of others by turning to the darkest side of all sides that one could turn to. So I was in my room alone, shit I had to deal with. Anyways, I was in my room having a disco party alone with the LED lights on to some Man on the Moon 3. Many people asked why they weren't invited to the party, but this is strictly a solo party with only BronxHalo. But maybe Dennis and Elkanor would have been there if they didn't turn to the dark side right before I had that party. Oh, and now Jari Tupo came into the chat, started talking her hot shit. This girl shouldn't be allowed to talk in general, let alone talk during Man on the Moon 3. Jari Tupo was talking about Bronx is going through right now, venting on the IG story and shit, with the hip hop music playing. And I can confirm I was posting some very corny Jean Morant Loose to the Warriors type shit on Insta. But I tried looking at my archive for screenshots that I will give you, but I can't, since they don't exist. After that, Jari Tupo will commit the biggest sin of all time. This girl had the audacity to type in Bronx join VC. Asian man wants to apologize. Asian man is Dennis, by the way. And she typed that in and pressed send while Man on the Moon 3 was playing. She asked me to pause Man on the Moon 3 and join VC so I could have a bullshit ass discussion with 3 people who make me want to kill myself. I told Jari Tupo that joining VC was basically the same thing as jumping into blizzard snow with no clothes on. Shout out to Desmond Brunskill by actually doing that, by the way. Desmond Brunskill is a Purple House pickle, if y'all didn't know. And I was correct about that. I didn't want to hear them 3 niggas all in my ear. Probably would have been banned for toxicity that day if I joined, to be honest. Anyways, that's all I got for the story of February 5th, 2022, and the story of February 4th, 2022. Also, I had to make sure Dennis and Elkanor didn't know the O word, which they don't. They still don't. And if you know the O word, don't tell it to them, because they don't deserve to know it. I'll show you a single screenshot. This shows Dennis agreeing with Jari Tupo on something before he was moderator. When I saw Dennis agreeing with Jari Tupo, I was worried a bit. And then she said, don't fret, Bronx. Then the nigga would become a moderator a week later. And this is why Jari Tupo is my least favorite human of all time. She's a moderator. She's a liar. And worst of all, she talks during Man on the Moon 3. I'll also upload a video all about Jari Tupo in the future. Anyways, what were the lasting effects of February 4th, 2022? I announced my permanent retirement from making songs related to Moderators or the MCYT server a few days after, since I do not want these motherfuckers to be a part of my music discography, outside of the song Moderator Madness and bonus track on the soap called The Sound of the Moderator. Everybody on that server has fell off, including me. In Moderacism during February, I was actually doing pretty good. The 3 moderators I had beef with primarily, which is Dennis, Jari Tupo, and Elkanor, they don't stand a chance to get to me. I will say though, although I got the ability to defeat all those moderators individually, all 3 of them together as a group, I do not stand a chance. I had gone back at Dennis and Elkanor, but Jari Tupo, that's a permanent loss. When I left on March 5th, I realized that means Jari Tupo has defeated me. On March 5th, I was too sick of everybody's bullshit to care, but I knew I'd come back. I didn't come back for reasons I get to in a future video. Jari Tupo would end up disappearing on April 15, 2022. Goodbye and good fucking riddance. Meanwhile, the rest of us, Dennis, Elkanor, and Xavier, all have our own unique after stories. Dennis fell off on February 4, 2022, and to this day, man has never recovered. Dennis is a lost cause. He a moderator for good now. Dennis is not the same man he was in 2021. And it's truly sad to see our brother go like this. Elkanor, for the most part, recovered from this day. She has realized the error of her ways and she has turned back to the light side. She also hates moderators now, as she should. The only problem with Elkanor is that I still have her blocked on Discord forever, and she still be begging for me to unblock her. But other than that, Elkanor is back up from the mud. And then finally, we got the main character of this all, BronxHalo. BronxHalo said he would come back and do MVP numbers. That was his Westbrook story. Musically, he did. And his YouTube channel is also doing MVP numbers, gaining subs steadily. So he did come back and do MVP numbers. But in Moderacism, in my opinion, I did enough of what I had to do in May 2022 to call this situation a W in Moderacism. But I never got back at Jari Tupo. I never will get back at Jari Tupo. So until that happens, which is never, I've recovered from February. For the most part, 99% recovered from February 4, 2022. Anyways, that is the full story of February 4, 2022. Although I'm probably going to make part 2 to this since I feel like something is missing from this video. But I don't know what it is. Listen to my song Planet Me's, my favorite song by myself. Listen to a Moderator Madness, because Moderator Madness is about this server, except it's about the 2021 version of the server that's actually fun. And join Me Gang, a server that's actually fun, a server with no evil moderators, unless you want to call me or Tycep evil, which we're not. And that's it. Goodbye.
Xavier Fernandez, I'm just spitting bars. Walked at the dealership, I just got me a brand new car. It's called the Mobile, I ride it like a superstar. I ride it where I want, till when I want, we go far. My name is BronxHalo, I'm the moderator hater. But shout out to Kari because she is my